Coming up, we'll see the 2017 Heisman winner Baker Mayfield of the Browns and the 2018 Heisman winner Kylar Murray of the Cardinals. Which former Sooner will come out on top? Find out next on EA Sports.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. And incomplete.
Did a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game. Limited pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jordan Phillips, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kylar Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled in.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing again, Murray. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney, everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And this will be swung out here for Kylar. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Man, it's good to see you out there, baby.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella, and this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with his 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. On the right side, caught by Green. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a first down, wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati. Was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, eluding the pressure right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Kylar Murray ready to get back under center. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Shotgun now for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Flush to his right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the fielding first.
So that challenge, a successful one. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jordan Phillips picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, it's caught right side by Daniels. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down. Murray now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Murray Flushed out right. And caught right side, Green. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Flush to his right. Murray has the first, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Murray now. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Murray now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Murray trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down at 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Murray eluding the pressure right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From the gun on third down, Murray. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos